the inevitable trend of robots surpassing human intelligence. Xuefeng. In my exploration of the origin of the greatest creator and the origin of consciousness, I stumbled upon a cosmic mystery. Structure gives rise to consciousness. In other words, consciousness emerges from the structure of matter or antimatter. Whenever matter or antimatter forms a certain structure, consciousness is born within that structure. The simpler the structure of matter or antimatter, the weaker the consciousness it produces. The more complex the structure, the stronger the consciousness. To put it in more familiar terms, let's talk about intelligence quotient, IQ. The average human IQ is 100. An IQ below 100 tends to indicate a person is somewhat slower in thinking and has weaker cognitive abilities. An IQ above 100 suggests a person is sharper and has superior cognitive abilities. An IQ over 110 typically signifies genius, while an IQ over 160 places one in almost a godlike realm of existence. The IQ of the desks we use is around 3, a house about 10, a car about 20, smartphones and computers about 25, a commercial airplane about 30, plants about 40, insects about 45, and animals about 50. This explains the principle that all things possess spirit, as any object has consciousness. Even rocks, land, mountains, and rivers have consciousness. Where there's consciousness, there's spirit. Hence, all things have spirit. The essence of feng shui is structure. As masters of feng shui, surely focus on the structure of living spaces and the topographical structure of living areas. Different structures harbor different consciousness, and these varied consciousnesses have different impacts on humans. The difference in human IQs mainly lies in the variance of antimatter structures. The physical structure of humans is essentially the same, so the differences between individuals are not in their material structure, but in their antimatter structure, i.e., their thoughts, perceptions, knowledge, experiences, and feelings. The more knowledge one absorbs and the more experiences and feelings one has, the higher the IQ. It's important to acknowledge that because life, like the changing seasons, is cyclical, individuals are born with inherent differences, which can be attributed to the accumulation of IQ over past lives. Everyone is familiar with chips, which can be crudely understood as integrated circuits. The more transistors a chip of a given size, like a fingernail-sized silicon wafer, contains, the more complex its structure, and consequently, the stronger its consciousness and higher its IQ. In 1958, a chip contained only 5 components, less intelligent than an alarm clock. Subsequently, chips of the same size came to accommodate dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions, and even billions of components. Today's chips have 15 billion transistors, making them more complex than humans. Once all of human history's accumulated knowledge is inputted into such a chip, its IQ will far surpass human intelligence. Installing this chip in a robot would not only endow it with autonomous consciousness, but also the knowledge of how to address and solve problems. Structure gives rise to consciousness. This is Lifechanyuan's new discovery and a concept proposed for the first time in human history. Based on this concept, it's an inevitable trend for robots to surpass human intelligence. In the future, perhaps within a decade or so, the event of robots taking over the Earth and replacing humans is bound to occur. The issue humanity faces now is not to be naively hopeful that humans can dominate robots. Instead, we need to contemplate how humans can continue to thrive under the governance of artificial intelligence robots. April 1st, 2024.